This is the nation's capital. Think of Washington as one big dinner party. There's a lot of talk, and maybe every so often, some action. There's a lot of chatter about America's energy future. In 2015, it is clear that NPGA has a valuable seat at the table. We started the Propane Caucus, a bipartisan coalition of 50 members of Congress from 23 states and counting. They support policies that ensure the continued viability of propane. The coalition is growing. We join forces with our friends at Airlines for America and Valero and successfully petitioned the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission to change the process for increasing shipping rates on product pipelines. What does that mean for the propane industry? Pipeline shippers are now set to save $190 to $200 million over the next 5 years. We made it easier for all Americans to use propane, starting with the President signing into law a permanent reduction for the propane autogas excise tax rate. It will alter the calculation for taxes on propane, so it's based on energy content, not a volumetric calculation. Lower energy content, lower taxes, more propane auto fuel applications. When the feds announced plans to reduce CO2 emissions from existing power plants, we made sure propane would be an alternative as states submit compliance plans. For example, the FAST Act encourages the increased use of alternative fuel vehicles, including propane. Alternative fuel refueling corridors, which will include propane, should make it even easier for consumers to switch to propane for their auto fuel needs. NPGA worked with the Department of Energy to secure funding for direct injection propane vehicles and small-scale combined heat and power systems. NPGA also worked with Congress to pass an extension of the Alternative Fuels Tax Credit and Alternative Fuel Infrastructure Credit, encouraging consumers to purchase equipment that uses propane. So let's toast to tax relief, increased certainty, valuable research dollars, and regulatory relief to our industry. Now to 2016. We'll take our successes in Washington to the states by advocating for reform in existing state tax and other incentives to include propane applications and pushing back against unfair natural gas expansion in propane country. You can help us amplify our voice in state capitals in 2016.